a while since I've been on here, so give me a second please so we can see if anybody comes on. It's actually really late and I gave no warning or announcement that I was going to be on. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Well, I'll have to wait till people actually come in here to ask that. Okay, it says 0 people on so far. We shall see. Okay. Excuse me. I'm just gonna wait a little bit, see if anyone gets on. Let's see. I don't even know if you can hear me right now because of my audio, my mic. Hello to whoever just got on. If you can hear me at all, please let me know in the comments, because my microphone is, it's bad. It's done, basically. I have to get a new one. I feel really bad because Whistler helped me get that mic. Excuse me. Hold on, let's see. Okay. Alright, let me know if you're able to hear me. If you are on Facebook, I can't read your comments from the live comments. If you could please come over to Facebook to comment, or Twitch. I mean YouTube, sorry. If you can come over to YouTube. My channel is Starlit. YouTube.com/StarlitSoul. StarlitSoul. Because for some reason, like on Facebook Live, it doesn't show the comments on StreamYard. So I'm using StreamYard to get my video out to all of you guys. To use I can't talk tonight. I got on because I need to talk, but obviously I'm having issues. Let me see. Why isn't it showing me any comments? Hey, what's up everyone? Whoever's getting on, thank you for joining me tonight. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Thank you, Armando. You can hear me, Rochelle? Okay, thank goodness, because I wasn't sure, because my microphone was slowly going out. I thought it was the USB. I changed that a couple times, but it's not the USB, so it's the actual mic itself. Anyway, I needed to come on tonight. Thank you for coming on to say hello, hang with me. Please, if you're on Facebook, come over to YouTube. That way I can read your comments here on StreamYard. Okay, good, Rochelle. Thank you. Thanks, Armando. What time is it? It's 11:47. I've been meaning to get on here ever since I finished my class. I just completed my second Black parenting class. One of my closest childhood friends actually instructs it. Her name's Christy. She's on my profile. It's called it's an effective Black parenting class, and I have loved it both times around and would do it again. But I've completed it tonight. I love it mostly, well, I love it for many reasons, but the one huge reason is community, and to just talk and learn, from different perspectives. I do have Black children, and I want to give them all that I can for their cultures. And so much is taken from the black culture, and I mean stolen, hidden, dismissed, kicked under the rug, ignored. And I'm just not okay with pretending that that doesn't happen. So I just want to do all I can to raise my kids to love and understand their black heritage as best as I can. And of course their Mexican heritage, but the reason I'm saying it is because, one, my children embrace they love being Mexican, they love being black, but truthfully, I mean, we can get into a whole discussion of this, but they identify, I can say, truthfully, they identify with their black side, and I just want them to get all they can out of that, as well as their Hispanic side. Obviously, I'm Hispanic, I was raised Hispanic, so yeah, and I've grown up, I don't know why I'm going into a discussion of this, but the black parenting class is much appreciated, and I just love it, period. Let's see, what did you say, Rochelle? It sounds very clear. Thank God. And thank you for the congrats. I've been having I really have been having a rough time these last few months. I've been trying to really hold it together as best I can. But to be truthful, I don't know how to cope with all that's been going on. Starting with the loss of my friend Lionel. I don't know how to cope. And then there's just a lot more that's going on. And it's like, I want nothing more than to come and tell you guys good news. Like, I love working at the foundation that I work at. I love my coworkers I've met. It's been great. I love the routine. I love the outlet. I will have a more promising position from them in January. I thought I was going to lose the job completely, but I will have time off until a new contract starts again, and so that's good. I love working with the clients. I adore them, like I really do. I seriously get satisfaction from these people coming in, and like I just enjoy the conversations. And so where I work is a nonprofit foundation, and we help people get back on their feet, whether they have felonies or homeless. We have programs, classes that offer certificates, and then we help with job search and placement. So a lot of these people, yeah, they've made some not so great decisions in life, but truthfully, there's not one person on earth that hasn't made bad decisions, including myself. No one's perfect. I judge no one unless you hurt children. I do not judge, because for one, you don't know each and everybody's circumstance. You don't know where they were, what happened. And bottom line is, I'm not on this earth to judge. It's not my job. And so in the foundation, we offer classes like forklift, OSHA, hazmat. We've got painting, carpentry. We've got food handlers, construction. There's a lot we have to offer. And I'm the front desk receptionist, and I love it. I love talking to people. And my coworkers do tease me already, because a lot of the people that call me and they're like, we just want to hear her. We want to hear her voice. And I'm just like, oh my God. So one day my coworker, she comes in and she's like, I want to hear how you answer the phone. She's like, what is this they're like all tripping off of or whatever. So then my supervisors know better, right? They're all silly. I mean, I love being there. She comes over and she's like, yeah, you got to do it. Like, how do you answer the phone? I'm like, I can't do it like on command like that. Like, you guys got to. And then my coworker, I can't say her name because I haven't asked permission, but I was like, let's just call her Kay. Kay was like, all right, I'll call you from my cell phone. Hold on. So she calls me from my our office from the cell phone. And then I don't know that they all come behind me, like behind the chair or whatever. So I'm like, hi, such and such foundation. How can I help you? And they're like, that's why. And they hang up and they click and they're just like, that's exactly why they want to talk to you. That's exactly why they hit on you. And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, this is my voice, I can't help it. It doesn't sound that great to me, so I don't understand. But they're so funny. So, I mean, I love being there. They are funny. And it just, like, from the first interview I had, it was just good. Like, it really was. So what else do we do there? We help with like resume building. We help with job search in general. Like, even if you didn't take our class, we do something that's called a job board and things like that. And a lot of these people have been through so much or so many walks of life. And we will sit there and just talk. And when I'm not there, it's good to know sometimes they ask for me, and it's just like, it means the world, and it's like what I want to do. Even if it's not at this foundation, what I want to do is work with people, helping them somehow, because it's where my heart is. The time goes by so fast when I'm there each day. They're just a pleasure to work with. They're so respectful to me. We've had our crazy people. Don't even think that we haven't had some situations, but there was this one lady. I won't say her name. I don't even know her name, actually. She came in one time, and I'm not sure if she had something or what, like smoked or sniffed a little something, because she came in, I couldn't understand what she was saying. It was obvious she was on something. And long story short, we have a clothing closet. So she was going back to the clothing closet. And she has to sign in with me, whatever, and I'm just like, trying to help her the best I can. She goes back to the clothing closet, and then she comes back out. There's like a long hallway, then there's my supervisor's office, and then you come out more, and then there's the whole front office. So in that hallway where she's walking up, my supervisor has like a glass window so she can see all of us, and this lady completely takes off her clothes. She is now known as the titty lady. Takes off her shirt right in front of everyone, and then just like changes, just like right there, like, yeah, this is what I'm wearing now. So okay, so she like walks out. She walks past my coworker. We'll call him Jay. He sits behind me, and she brushes the back of him, so he got like clowned for that for a couple of days, like, oh, titty lady wants you, and then he's totally married and everything, but it was just hilarious. And so a couple weeks go by, and it always happens to be on our Friday, because we don't work Fridays, we close on Thursday. I mean, our Fridays are Thursdays. So she comes in again, and this time she, for some reason, doesn't like my supervisor's assistant. So she starts like super cussing her out and calling her all these crazy names and everything. So we had to kick her out, because we normally don't do that. But I mean, she was on one, like, it was just insane. So there's a pastor we work with, right? He's usually in the back office. We'll call him Mr. J. And he had to come out and lightly escort her out because she was just being unruly. Same day, there's a guy outside. He's a regular of ours, but this day he decided to be extremely just free, open, I don't know, but there's like trash bins outside of our office, And this dude was completely naked. He like got completely undressed, and he was just I don't know, but there's never a dull moment at that job. But mostly between the coworkers, like it's just it's hilarious. It really is. Let me see who's in here. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, so I mean, honestly, it's just a good place to be. And the coworkers, like everybody just jokes with each other. Um, there's one coworker we started with, can't say his name, but call him A. He was really cool. No longer works there, but it was just everybody just fit, you know, like everybody jokes with each other, everybody gets each other. They're silly. It's like an episode of The Office, but not as PG, because everybody says whatever to each other. It's just awesome. Anyway, that's how the atmosphere is. It's interesting, but like I said, I won't be there for a little bit, and then I'll be returning after that period. It's just the way things go right now. But this last couple of months has just been really trying for me, like, and for a lot of people. It's weird. It's like the loss of my friend has just been really tough. It's been really tough, and I'm not like how I used to be. I feel myself like not being able to cry, not really being able to. So I feel like I have to be, I don't even know, it's not even a matter of being strong anymore. It's like this numbness that I feel now. And that's just not a good thing. Like, have you ever felt like you just feel numb? Like you're just numb. It's not that I don't care, and it hits me at different times. And I'm not saying numb to my loss. I'm saying numb in general with things. I'm like, stuff that should make me cry doesn't, or I cry at a different time, and it's just like, I don't know, but lately, just because I don't let it out that way doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. It's just been a super big, it's just been hard. It's just been really hard. And then not, you know, so let me explain my rent situation. In July, I applied for rent relief. This was before I started my job. I thought I was clear for a couple of months. And during that time, my checks had to add up. You know, they had to, you know, checks don't roll in all of a sudden, you know what I mean? And so I thought I was covered for a couple of months. So I started to do the necessities, starting to get paid up on bills, trying to get with the kids what they needed. Food and everything's got so much more expensive. Everything in general is more. Like, everybody feels it. I was also paying for transportation to get to and from work. I did get some help from the rehab, but it's very little because they only pay for access, and I cannot depend on access because they will not get you to your destination on time, if at all. Sometimes they will not come, or maybe they go to the wrong location and then you won't get picked up because they already went to a location. Then they put you as a no-show even though you weren't supposed to be picked up in that area. So I was taking Lyft for a while, and then I met this lady excuse me, at the end of August. She's actually the one I'm getting my little poodle from, who will be trained to be a service dog. He's badass. Rocket. Anyways, I started paying her under the table to take me. It was less than Lyft was charging, but it balanced out for her because Lyft takes a percentage anyways. So I had her taking me. That cost some money, you know. and just everyday living. And people don't realize sometimes, some people that have things to say to me, they don't realize I am holding down the family of 4. There's costs like toilet paper, and if you run out of food stamps, you gotta buy food. And sometimes, I'll admit, especially in these last couple of months, I've ordered takeout way too much. I've been extremely down. I won't say depressed, down. And it's been very hard to come to grips with things that are, you know, like the rent, losing Lionel, stuff about my job, my mom. I have moments like even the other day with voting, even though I wasn't planning on voting really, because I just don't believe in the system. I broke down because most times that we vote, I would go with my mom, or we would talk about it and then do the ballots. I would always make my own decisions, even if, you know, we had different views, we still talked together about it. And I wasn't able to do that this time around. And it's weird when certain things hit you, you know, you just, the craziest moments, like, things hit you that you don't really think about when you have, you know, the people that you have. Thank you, Rochelle. I'm really sorry. I really hope you guys can hear me okay. Anyways, you know, so it's just been a lot to deal with. I don't know, and I don't have a whole lot of outlet. Although I will say, Lionel's brother Darren, big shout out to you. He's really, even though he's busy and has all this crazy, like, super big load of things to do, he makes it a point to text and say hello, come over a few times, and we either shared memories or just laughed, because not only is he actually a comedian, but he's funny, and it doesn't surprise me how kind his heart is. I also want to send my condolences to the Maddox family. They recently suffered another loss, and I don't want to go into it because I didn't ask permission, but it's just a lot. And so there's so much I want to say. Like, I obviously didn't plan my life this way, you know. Who plans? Life doesn't come with a manual, you know. We could make better decisions and choices, but life is a learning process, and none of us make the right decision all the time. I tried the best for what I could at the time, what I thought was the best, and I'll continue to do that. Of course, as you get older, things get real clear. If you learn from, you know, if you learn from your past, hopefully you don't make the same choices again. Lionel and I used to text, at least, even if we didn't really visit. I really didn't get to see him at all this year, except for in January when he went to teach Akira to drive. He came to teach him to drive. And I didn't know that he was declining this year as much as he was. I didn't. The only way I knew he was not doing well is because of his response. And even though it was just texting like that, we never went without a couple of weeks, a month, without checking on each other. You know, even if there was a bunch of hi, how are yous, but the hi, how are yous meant a lot. And we did have meaningful conversations about politics, about people, about relationships. And he's taught me a lot about patience, about stepping back and looking at the big picture, not taking sides, but, and not that I didn't know that before, but it's more of a, like, You got to look at the whole picture. And there's just a lot. Anyways, I won't talk too much about that for a couple of reasons. One being I will get really emotional. Another thing I want to talk about is online dating. Don't do it. Just don't do it. That's my opinion. But I say that with my friend who's on here, and her name, she's Rochelle. She's on here right now. She's had a couple of successful love stories from her family. One couple has been married for going on 15 years now. Is that right, Rochelle? They're going on 15 years. Another couple, I forget how many years, but they just had a baby. And, you know, there are some success stories. Some. But I won't do it again. I mean, there's a couple of cool guys, like, you know, like one I'm talking to now. He's okay, but I just don't see myself liking anyone right now. I don't know. I'm just like, I was talking to this guy for 8 months, and I thought he was really nice. And maybe he is. But I don't think he was ready for me. I'm a person that's especially going through what I'm going through now. I need affection, attention. And not in that way where you gotta stop everything and give me attention. I'm talking like, hey, how are you? You know, let's pull back from life and really, you know, just the simple, how are you doing? Everything will be okay. Yada, yada, yada. You know, support, you know, that's like the main thing in a relationship is support, communication. If you don't have that, then what do you have? But to be fair, we were talking for 8 months and only met once, and he kept saying how he drove 210 miles one time for me, and now I needed to do it, and he knew I was blind from the start. And in order to take Lyft, to get there and back would be nearly $500. I have 3 children. That's another thing. He doesn't have kids, so I get that, and he's had to, you know, he doesn't have children. So that's another rule of mine. You don't have kids, I don't think we're gonna click. Because I don't open up to a lot of people. And I really thought he was so nice. I did. But when he started mocking me, and he started saying things that were just immature, inappropriate, and not trying to make ways to see me. And yeah, he lived 3 hours away, Fresno, so I give him that. But I had talked about all of this in the beginning. I had mentioned, I'm like, you're 3 hours away. Are you sure you would want to do this? I can't drive, obviously. You know, but once he started mocking me and saying certain things, I was like, okay. It's not going to work because he's insensitive, he's immature. I'm sorry. Or maybe he just, you know what it is? A lot of people haven't had really long-term relationships. I was in one for 16 years. And then just, you know, life experience in general and having children gives you a different understanding on things, different perspective on things, you know. And he was more about money completely. And you know, anyone who knows me knows that I'm not materialistic. However, I will admit, like, I felt like he could have sent me a birthday card since he wasn't coming to see me, since, you know, we spent nights on the phone, hours, okay, for 8 months. So, I mean, just be careful with people online, you know, because you either get your heart broken or you won't even know who you're really dealing with. Okay, Rochelle. I even had discussions with him, like, you know, if not several. We had like 2 discussions, maybe 3, about the whole blind thing. And I'm like, if this is too much for you, let me know. And to be honest, I couldn't even picture walking with him now. Like, you know, like holding on to his arm or anything like that, where like I shouldn't even feel insecure about that. You know, I honestly though, I'm not even fooling myself. I just know what I am these days. And even though shit's not exactly right for me right now, I know who I am, and I know what I deserve. And I deserve love, and I deserve respect, and I deserve some honor. And I don't think, maybe I just wasn't the right one for him, but he definitely wasn't it for me, so that's okay. And right now, I just don't know if anyone is. I don't, because dating today is crazy. It's like, people don't actually want to commit. And then, I mean, with all I've got going on, my rent and everything, I don't need to be thinking about dating, you know? But it's like, that's been the, you know, my life. It's not like I haven't been focused on my kids. You know, I think they'd be a little different if I wasn't focused on them. But you can tell they're loved. You can tell they're well fed. You can tell in their grades that they do good in their school. That we may not have the best situation. We may not have the best all the time. But they're respectful, intelligent, funny, and sweet kids. They really are. And creative. Man, are they creative. Give Ayani any box, anything, and she'll make a masterpiece out of it. She's really resourceful. I can't speak. But I am truly scared to even really open my heart again. And I realized today, like, I got really angry inside, and I'm just like, I don't like people, and that's not me, you know, it's not me. I'm not perfect, I'm not Little Miss Perfect, but I like people, and I know I do. So I've come to this realization that I do like socializing. I love people, but I don't think I'll let anyone close to my heart again like that. I don't think so. It hurts too much. It hurts too much. And then, you know, and then you question yourself. Even if, you know, you've done things right, you question yourself, like, especially being a blind woman with kids and, you know, at my age, like, literally, I'm not a 20-year-old. I have 3 children. And I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I know I'm a catch. But I'm saying, you know, most men are not going to go for me. And especially in this dating pool right now, I don't even know if I want to deal with any of them because they're very mean. They're very cold. And I've talked to a few. I haven't met them. I have not. And I don't just let random men around my children. I will not do that. Whoever, if they're around my kids, they're someone special. Because I refuse to do that to my kids. I don't know how people do that. I'm not judging. All I'm saying is that it's not okay, because kids don't have to deal with your shenanigans. Kids don't have to deal with that. That's your shit. But I'm scared. I don't want to do it again. And it's not that I don't want to. I don't know how to explain it. People are weird these days, okay? Either they want an open relationship without even saying that, or maybe they do say that. You know, everybody's into polygamy or something these days, but no one wants to commit. And I don't know, it's just scary. It's just like, cheating is okay. Why not? Everything else is okay now. If you say it's not okay, you're being judgmental, and you're being discriminative or something because you don't accept something. And I'm sorry. Call me traditional, call me old-fashioned. But one, you know, a couple's supposed to be, for me, just you and that other person. You know, I'm not trying to catch anything. And that's just another thing too, like, it's either that or they just want sex. You know? Not worth it. I mean, you get the goods when you work for it. You know, that's how it should be. I mean, I'm sure there's those heated passion moments that happens, you know. People go through those things. Don't act like none of you have been through that. All right? Don't act all innocent. Even if you're with your significant other, you guys probably did that too. There are those moments. It happens. We are human. All I'm saying is that's not what I'm looking for. Especially for what I'm going through in my life. No, I don't expect some man to just, any man, to just pick up and take care of me and this damsel in distress. That's not what support is. Support is saying I've got you, saying it's going to be okay, listening when you hurt, or laughing with you when you're happy. It's all of it. It's not just, you know, I'm here for you when it's good, and it's not just, oh, I want to hear you when it's bad. You know what I mean? Because there's those people too who thrive on drama. I don't want that. But I do need someone, especially right now, in this hole I'm trying to dig myself out of, to be compassionate, to be real. And don't come at me with lines like, why aren't you married yet? I don't know, fool, why aren't you? Believe me, I wanted to be married years ago. This is not by choice. Someone asked me that today. He's like, you know, so I asked him straight out. He was like, why aren't you married? He's like, I don't understand why you're not married. And I said, what makes you ask me that? And because for me, I think it's just a line. I really think it's just a line that men say. Thank you, Risha. I asked him, I said, what makes you say that? Why are you surprised that I'm not married? He's like, well, and I'm just saying what he said. He's like, on the outside, you're beautiful. He's like, and from listening to you speak, to things you have to say, he's like, you make a man want to court you and make you his wife. And I'm like, okay. I just take it as something really nice to say. And it's I can't even say it's flattering because it's like, I need something real, you know, I need somebody solid. And by solid, I mean, I know you're going to be there. And most women, you know what we need a lot of the time? You know what women need? This is the fucking truth, okay? We need reassurance sometimes, because you know what? In a world where it feels like we're always competing, I don't compete. If you want the next bitch, woman, whoever, that's you. Go for it. Don't let me stand in your way. Hell no, I will not be second best, ever. I will not be cheated on again, ever, and I will not take a backseat to nobody. Trust me. But what I'm saying is that we need reassurance. You know? Even the hardest of core of women, because I am not weak. I put myself to be this fragile person. My heart can be, you know, for people I care about. But we need that reassurance. We need that hug. We need that. You know, we just do. You know, it's not hearing from all men that, oh, you're beautiful. That doesn't do it for me. Thank you. Appreciate it. But I want a conversation. I want to go have lunch by the water. And that doesn't take much. We can make a fucking basket of, like, sandwiches, have some drinks, take it to the water. Or go to a park and just sit there with your basket or picnic, whatever. It doesn't have to be like a basket, but you get what I'm saying. You can put it in a bag. Who cares? You could even just take a few drinks and go sit at the park or whatever. Or you know what would be nice? To go for a walk at the park. That would be nice too. Or a long drive. It's called quality time. That's one thing that's so valuable. It's time. And Sorry, my eyes are starting to bother me. I'm lacking sleep. But quality time is everything. Because time is something you can give and never get back. Time is when a man gives you his time, and I'm saying, not just for sex, but gives you his time. I mean, it's after hours, right? So there really shouldn't be kids watching. But when it's not just about sex and he can sit there and talk to you and you guys, talk about things and just enjoy each other's company, that's valuable. That's the kind of man that women should strive for, or whatever your liking is, if women, whatever. But quality time is the main thing. And like with this last guy, like, how are we supposed to grow in a relationship? I'm going through all this stuff too. When you want to see, another thing is, a man especially, I'm speaking from a woman's point of view, so if you like women, if you like whoever, forgive me, I'm speaking from my point of view and my perspective and what I've learned. When a man cares about you, I forgot what I was going to say right now, but his quality time is everything. His time is everything, especially if he's busy. Especially if he's busy and he makes time for you. It's not like, oh my God, I'm so lucky he made time for me. That's not what I'm saying at all. Because if he starts acting like that, like this last guy I was talking to, act like I was so lucky that he came out to visit me and I should just like kiss his balls or something. If it's to where you are like, you better be grateful, that's a different type of thing. I'm saying recognize when he gives you his time, because you're special. Men who are tired, they're not going to just give anyone their time. And that's just the truth. And that's another reason I say thank you to Darren, because he's a busy guy and he still came to talk, and it helped both of us. It was just cool. But I don't know, you just have to really be careful with this online stuff. And to be honest with you, and seriously, I don't think that, now this is hard to say because I'm on there, right? Like, I'm on there, but I don't think you're gonna really find good men on dating sites. I think they're too busy trying to get shit together, or, do other things and not be online all the time. That could just be an opinion of mine, but I just don't think you're going to find a respectable man on a dating site. I just don't think you are. I think they're busy, actually meeting people in real life, and busy working or doing their day-to-day, whatever it is. I think they're focused on something. I don't know. Unless you're a super busy businessman and you're just trying to meet or have a quick fling. But as far as your husband, I don't think he's on a dating site. I could be really wrong. But anyways, I'm just trying to talk because I need to talk. Yesterday was so hard. Yesterday was extremely hard emotionally. I felt like I was battling myself, and it's like, what did I do to deserve all of this? But I didn't do anything. It's not that I did anything to deserve this. This is just circumstances. It's just what life is right now, and I need to get my head above water, and I'm trying to. Oh, that's what I was explaining, I think. I'm so tired, but I have to go back to why I'm behind on my rent. So I thought it was cleared, right? Oh my God, I'm so everywhere. I thought it was cleared when I did the rent relief thing in July, and I thought it was cool, whatever. And then just a couple of weeks right before October, not even a couple of weeks, my manager told me, oh, you weren't clear. You now owe $3,600. It was over that, but that's how much they said I owed at the minute. And then my money wasn't adding up. And then October, I tried to pay rent. They wouldn't accept partial payment. So I have most of it together now, but I still am short. by probably 1,000 or 1,200 or something like that. So I have to come up with all of this by December 1st. And I'm trying. I'm doing, I've reached out for different forms of assistance, and there's just not much I can do. A cousin of mine donated some on my dad's side. Thank you, Selena. And Renee, a longtime friend, she gave some, and it adds up. Every bit helps, and so I'm grateful for that. And then money from working and everything, but it's just hard because there's still bills, there's still necessities. It all adds up, and every damn thing's expensive. I can't believe it. Like, how is gas so high? Like, I mean, I know how. I don't even want to go into that. But I don't know. I'm rambling now, and it's just I need a break. I need a break. And I hate saying that. It's like, there's a bunch of people who are going through a whole lot of shit right now. But I can't even stand the thought of us being homeless again. We were from 2016 to 2017 for 6 months. And even then, the government doesn't help us. Like, they helped me with $500 to move in. I had to come up with still like $3,000 to move in here. And it was so hard, and that was back in 2017. And now here I am again, fighting to keep my place. When by the time I accumulate, if I do, God willing, I accumulate all I need to, I could essentially really move into a whole new place. But then the rent may be more. I'm just not trying to be in that situation again. And even then, when that happened, Lionel was there. He took care of our dogs. I had to put our cats in a hotel, a cat kennel hotel. It was a lot to hold together, but somehow, some way. And then my mom was doing the driving around. I don't have her this time around. I talked. I would, I got us the places, but she drove us around, and thank God my kids are homeschooled now for many reasons, though I don't agree with the public school system and how they're trying to implement things that I feel are not educational. They're more gearing toward an agenda of some sort. My opinion that I don't wish to debate. That's my opinion. There's also a lot of history that aren't taught to my children. Hispanic and black, mostly black though. A lot of their history has been robbed, and then a lot of their history is just not taught. It just isn't. And Black History Month is an insult, in my opinion. I know I'm not black, but it's an insult because black history should be just as integrated into everyday, all year history. It's like, okay, here you guys go. Here's a month. To me, that's bullshit. It should be very intense teachings. I feel like a lot has just been washed away, and I don't see how. It's like we want to implement so much shit to our schools, but not what needs to be there, not what should be there. I don't know. I have a whole lot to say. It's so hard lately. And I know a lot of people are going through it. And then there's my mom, first and foremost. I don't talk about her because it's hard. That's the hardest thing to talk about is my mom. My mom, let me tell you, she was my world just like my kids. My mom has been there from day one. Obviously for me, she had me. But I mean, from the time I had my kids. No, she wasn't happy at first. And I broke her heart when I just left to my exes and wouldn't go back with her that night when she came to pick me up. She was there for us from day one. Like, I found out I was pregnant. And then when she found out, we weren't talking for a little bit. And then once we did talk, she never left my side. She was there for my kids, for me, for everybody really, for my ex. she was there for everyone she could be there for. She would do whatever for people even if she didn't want to. And she helped raise not only my kids, but my sister's kids. You know, she did the best she could, and she did well for us. And this woman was a nurturer. She's one that wants to do for everyone and feels bad when she can't. I wonder where I get that from. But I'm not comparing myself, because I can't be what she is. But ever since the strokes, she's not able to move now. You know, her right side is, the stroke hit her really hard. Strokes. She had several strokes. And she tries her best, you know, she really does. And my mom is super strong. Like, that woman is strong, and she's stubborn. And she still has that heart of gold. Short-term memories, not so great lately. She remembers things that happened in the past. And sometimes she'll surprise you and remember things that you've talked to her about last week. She helped me when I needed it, like school clothes for my kids, supplies for them. If I needed something, because I would make sure I covered the rent, but then she would pick up the loose ends. You know, and not only that, I used to talk to her, and she used to talk to me about stuff. Like I said earlier in this video or live, even with the voting, you know, I would talk to her. And even if we didn't agree on something, it's not the point. We were able to talk about it. And coffee in the mornings. Even if we didn't have the coffee together, did you make coffee? Yeah. Did you make coffee? No, I'll put it on. You know what I mean? Like, we'd be asking each other. And tea at night. We were close. And not to say we're not now, but you know, I can't really vent to her the way I can't, because I don't want her getting more sick. And honestly, I don't have anyone anymore to vent to like that, other than Rochelle. Thank God for you. Everybody has their own problems, so I try to just hold my own and just not put it on other people. Even this rent thing, I'm trying to do a fundraiser to raise the rest of it, but I'm not using GoFundMe or Facebook, because I don't know how to, for one, and two, I know they take a percentage, and I need all I can get right now. So I'm just leaving my Cash App, but that's not really going anywhere, because I'm sure that people are like, I'm just not going to just give you money, which I understand that. And it took a lot for me to even decide to do that, because I don't like asking for help. I don't like asking for help. I like to try to do it on my own. I mean, it's not because it's like, oh, I must be this independent woman and blah, blah, and whole blind thing. It's not all that. It's just because my problems are not yours, and you have your own problems and challenges, you know? So it's like, I don't want to burden anybody else with my stuff. Love you too, Rochelle. But emotionally, I just... I am saying that I feel numb a lot of the time, but I'm hurting. And I don't know what to do. You know, I don't know who to talk to. Sometimes I would even just vent to Lionel through text. And then if it was in person, he would just listen. And then And then he was the type of person that would just listen to everything. And let me talk and let me let it out. Just let it out. And then he might either say something really funny or or he would say something with wisdom, like stuff to make me think. It helped, though. He helped a lot. But I don't know. I feel like I'm tired. I'm tired of struggling. You know, I'm tired of feeling like we can't do anything. You know, I want to be able to just buy my kids clothes. I want to be able to just take them to the zoo. I want to just do that. I want to take them for a weekend to a hotel somewhere. And I'm not saying we got to do this all the time, but we don't ever do it, because I can't. I need to keep things paid. I need to somehow get them clothes and shoes and things. And myself. Like even starting at work, I had no clothes when I started. I mean, I wasn't going naked, but I literally had super old clothes. So, you know, I started getting clothes, and then my sister helped a little bit with clothes, and then the government, not government, but the DOR department helped a little bit. So that's how I first started, and then from each of my checks I would get stuff here and there, you know. Just do my best that I could do. I know I keep saying this, but I'm actually going to be returning to school. But only online school. I'm not going in person. It just works better for us right now. Excuse me. Thank you for listening to me and looking at me, because I'm sure I look crazy right now. I don't know. I just don't know how to cope right now. Like, I can be a mother, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want people thinking, oh my God, you're incapable of having kids. It's not that. I just don't know how to deal with this pain, and I it's just an outlet. I need another outlet. You know, I think we all do, and we need a break from everything sometimes. All I want is for like an hour to go somewhere where I don't have to think about anything, where I don't have to worry for a little bit, you know, just chill, enjoy the breeze. I don't know, have a conversation about nothing stressful, you know, just talk about anything, not these politics, not anything stressful, just for a little bit. And believe it or not, we do need touch, because a hug from someone can genuinely take, like, you could stop wars with hugs. I've told a couple people this already. Look, all these people that want to start wars and stuff like that, dude, if they had the right person to just give them a hug, just bring it in, you know what I mean? Just really bring it in. Like, they literally would chill. And maybe some weed. I don't know. Maybe a little wine or something. But if they had that hug, like, and I mean that genuine, not just like quick hug. I'm talking about one of those you feel like you can just melt in someone's arms and just, I don't know. I mean, you shouldn't be getting hugs like that from just anyone, but you get what I'm saying. It's just, nice to feel that support. It's just nice. Or maybe going to karaoke or something like that would be fun too. Although I don't know if I have the balls to do that right now. Although it does sound fun, and if I drank enough, maybe I'd get up there and do some karaoke. But just something not stressful. I want to go to the movies, maybe. I don't even want to do, like, I'll go to a movie, but I want something more relaxing, something more chill, that's all. Maybe a long drive, let's listen to some music, and then go have lunch somewhere, or just go have lunch somewhere, or just go somewhere and just be. Like I said, buy some water somewhere. I love the sound of water, that's why I keep saying that. Anyway, I should probably get off of here for now. My eyes are feeling weird. Why isn't it showing me comments? Hold on. And for your smartasses out there, it's not because I don't have comments, it's because it's not showing me the comments. Hold on. I think it's at the top. Thank you all for listening. Seriously, I appreciate it. If Christy sees this, I love you, girly. Thank you for your class. And Marlon, love you too. And Sean, that's their son. I do want to have Christy on a show to talk about her sorry, there we go. To talk about her class, and she does a beautiful job instructing it, and she's hilarious. It's never a dull moment in that class. Hilarious, especially when people go on tangents, and I know Christy and how she tries to be sweet, and she'll just be like, you know, she'll try to gear the conversation in another way, but hilarious. She's really sweet about it. Oh, hi, is that you, Yappa? Oh, yep, you just answered me and it read it to me just now. Hey lady, how are you? Thank you for that. Please, no. I don't want you to, like, I appreciate if anyone donates. My Cash App is in the description. It's capital S, Starlit, STARLIT 1, the number 1. But if it's taking from you or yours in a way where, you know, it's like we all need it right now, like, please don't. Again, I feel like shit for even asking or putting myself out there like that, but I'm trying to keep our roof, and you know, I mean, we literally don't have anywhere to go, and I don't even want to think about that, and it's right before the holidays. It's like, if it's not one thing, it's another, I swear, but I'm not trying to make people feel bad for me. I'm just putting myself out here in a way that most people probably wouldn't. I normally wouldn't. If I didn't have my kids, I wouldn't be doing this. I'll tell you that for damn sure, I wouldn't. But you have kids, and you will do whatever for them. For all of us. But anyways, guys, oh my god, Yappa, did you just come in though? Like, did you just now come in? I miss talking to you. How long have I been on now? Let's see. An hour. I think that says an hour. I can't. Anyway. But anyway, if anyone's on Facebook, again, I cannot read your comments on StreamYard. The platform that I'm using, I don't know why. It shows me Twitch comments. It'll show me, obviously, YouTube ones, but it doesn't show me Facebook comments. Because on that platform, you really don't even have to click on the link. It's just like watching a live. Hold on a second. Thank you, Rochelle. She says it's okay to ask for help. Yeah, but if it, thank you, Rochelle. It shows you the time I've been on. That's cool. I mean, duh, but I don't know. You're right, and I do tell other people that, but I want to be the giver. I want to be the one that helps others. And I just, it's weird. It's like, I feel so low, right? But I don't want other people feeling like that. Like, it's like, if you need help, say it, you know? And that's what I'm doing. I'm saying it. I need it. And I would happily show what I get, and as far as the fundraising, and even the notice saying how far behind I am. And again, I wouldn't be this far behind if I wasn't told that I was approved for 3 months of rent relief. Literally, my first priority is rent. And then the kids, you know, whatever. Not that my first priority is not their kids, but I mean, they need a roof. But yeah. So let's see. What have we gotten out of this live today? Besides, I'm crazy, I know. You guys like that, though. Dating sites? I say meet someone the old-fashioned way. Talk, you know, meet up, talk, not text only. Don't just like, you know, it's like people now, they just, you could be in the same room, they'll probably just rather text you. You know, they don't want to look at you. And me, I can't even look at you, but you still don't want to look at me. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's what they want to do. They want to text. They want to text, and that way they can have several other people to text at the same time. And that's another thing, dude. Like, I use my ears like seeing also, so don't think I don't know what you're doing. And I know when someone is sidetracked, all right? And it's like, here he is talking to me, and then I can tell he's texting someone else, you know? It's just like, really? And then you can argue that he could be texting a family member, a friend, blah, blah. Yeah, sure enough. Right, okay. But when you have to make excuses, or you say something that's like really stupid, you know it's not a friend or family member or an innocent text. I was not born yesterday, and I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. Aw, thanks, Yapa. Thank you, Yapa. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yapa says she wants to donate. And that's the thing, too. I'm very honest about that whole thing, because this is for my babies, my kids. I know they're not all babies, but they'll always be my babies, you know? And it's just like, it's just us out here, like, in this apartment, and just gotta make it work somehow. I'm still selling bracelets. In fact, I'm getting new materials in, and the people I owe bracelets to, I need to get those out. I really do, like my cousin. I need to get hers out to her. In fact, her packages already, she's getting more than one bracelet, because it's been a long time since she ordered. It's just a lot of shit has happened, and I never sent them out, and I need to. Anyway, excuse me. I did have a physical last week, and I had like the whole blood panel, and I was all excited because everything was great. I had like the vitamin D levels up, and like for a while that was down. The vitamin D levels up, everything's good, everything except for I've been feeling this pain like right in the middle of my stomach. Like there's the rib cage, and then there's like right in the middle, So above your belly button, but below the rib cage. And my doctor asked me, she's like, if you've been stressing, maybe you've given yourself an ulcer. And I'm just like, fuck. So I have to go in for another blood test to see if that's what it is. But yeah, I feel it a lot. Other than that, all is good. And I've gained weight too. Like, I've been so like this I've been like so thrown off. I've been so sad. And normally when I'm sad, normally when I'm down, I usually lose weight. This time, I know weight is a sensitive topic for some, but I'm only 5'1", and the last time I weighed this much was when I was like 8 months pregnant. So, I mean, that's not cool, I'm usually into, me, guys, like a lot of you know that I'm into working out. And I just haven't cared. I haven't cared because I've been hurting. Hi, Richard. Thanks for joining us. You are on Facebook? Yes, thank you for coming over here because, like I was saying, I cannot read Facebook comments. So, if anyone new has come in, please come over to YouTube. youtube.com/starlit, STARLIT, soul, SOUL, or you can go on my profile page, and my YouTube link is right there. Because I'm not able to read the comments from Facebook. But yeah, it's been rough, I've never just gained this much weight. And yeah, I like having hips, I like having a butt, I like thighs, I like having all that. But I don't like my midsection right now. I don't like it at all. And I don't feel good about it, But at the same time, I just don't give a fuck lately. I don't have it in me. And there's a level of acceptance that I have in me about a lot of things. But there's also this, void that makes me feel like, I don't even know, that's not the right way to describe it. I feel like I'm so tired of fighting whatever it is. And I'm tired of things happening to myself and my family and to others. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of bad news. We deserve something good. Hold on one second. Whew. Hold on one second. I'm trying to see. Sorry about that. I don't know. But like I said, I'm putting out there like a fundraiser, even though I don't want to. I didn't do it on GoFundMe or Facebook because I don't know how to use those apps. On top of, they take a percentage, so I'm just doing my Cash App, and that's all I'm doing for right now. Why isn't it showing me other comments now? Hold on. I don't know why it's doing this. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm just trying to get to the bottom. Okay, there they are. I can't describe the pain I've felt inside over the last long time. This year has been hard, this past, since my mom had her strokes. Then since August, it's been really hard, and I more and more feel like I'm in this corner where it's just like the walls sometimes feel like they're closing in, and I hate to put it like that, it's so cliche, but it feels heavy, like a ton of bricks, like on my chest. It's not a good feeling. Yeah, honestly, it'll be okay, and I don't lose my faith in God. Thank God for my friend tomorrow. She's gonna dye my hair because I hate my grays. I've gotten gray since I was 18. But it's worse now. Although I can't see it, I know it's there. I don't like it. I really don't. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. All the prayers are definitely welcomed and needed. I cannot believe how long I've been on here. An hour and 15 minutes. And if you want to be exact, never mind. I just lost it. I was trying to be smart. But anyways, I'm going to get off here. I think Whistler and I are going to try to do a show tomorrow. I miss that guy. Hey, what's up, Whistler? Shout out to you if you're out there. If anyone else would like to do a live with me too, I'm open to it. If you would like to come and talk on the Starlit channel, that is me, Starlit. The one and only. There's probably a billion, but whatever. I am the only one of me, so that is really kick-ass. But I'm gonna let you all go for now. Thank you for listening to me. I've really needed to. Hi, Jordan. Oh my God, see, and I feel bad. I don't even want to get off. Yeah, I've been on here for a minute, Jordan. For an hour to be exact. Yeah, I appreciate that, Jordan. Thank you, Rochelle. It's been a rough road, Jordan. It has. I was telling them that I'm trying to cope with the loss of a loved one, trying to get my rent together, and trying to hold on to my job. It's a lot. I mean, it's not woe's me. It's just literally like, I think back and like, yeah, you've had it hard. You've had different circumstances and things. But now this just feels like too much in the world. The world is so cold, and that's why I'm like, am I meant to be alone? You know, and it's not a pity thing. It's just like, maybe I'd rather be alone at this point. Like, people are either just not honest, or they're not looking for just one woman. Like, I am a wife kind of person. I'm not another girl, another notch on your belt. I'm not a throwaway. I'm not. You know, I'm not any of those things. And I won't accept anything less. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Richard. Same to you. But yes, I'm gonna get off. I'm sorry. God bless you guys. Thank you for being here. Please tune in tomorrow. I'm hoping that Whistler and I can do a show. If not, then we will do one soon. Please keep me in your prayers. If you know anyone who might be able to give advice on rental assistance, that needs to happen before the 1st of December. I would greatly appreciate it. If you would like to donate, my Cash App is capital or $, you know, $, capital S for Starlit, STARLIT, and the number 1. Now, oh, here it is. So, God bless you all, and I will talk to you soon. God bless.